Guys, this is Justin from Baseball and Whatever. Before we start the show, we just want to let you know to go ahead and check out bellyupsports.com. They are now the sponsor of the podcast. They host our podcast. They are great guys. If you want to check them out, they have tons of articles written by bloggers about all sports, ranging from the NFL to NASCAR. If you're a wrestling fan, they got stuff on the WWE. They got the WNBA. I know the playoffs. I believe the Chicago Sky are like one game away from going to the championship there. They got the NHL, NBA, NFL, pretty much every sport. They got fantasy sports, gambling, whatever you need, they got it. So check it out. They got a bunch of fun articles, and they have a bunch of podcasts on the topics, including yours truly with Greg and Vinnie, Baseball and Whatever. So give them a check out. They've been super supportive. And now, without further ado, let's start the show. Alrighty, guys, what's up? It is Justin with Baseball and Whatever. I got my two lovely and wonderful co-hosts with me, Greg and Vinnie. How's it going, boys?
I love being lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, you are lovely.
I'm never described as lovely.
Well,
so that's a treat. Thanks, Justin.
Hey, that's my gift to you guys.
Just
Happy
made
Wednesday.
My day.
Hey,
that's a gift that keeps on giving, right?
If that's what I can do, that's what I'm here for. But we are Baseball and Whatever. Welcome in. We are here for episode 26. 26 Blackhawks, Martin Handzus,
former
Stanley Cup winner, I believe, for the second cup. You guys got any number 26s?
Obviously, Garcia.
Avisail Garcia. He is
El Duque.
Octavio
Octavio Dotel.
Oh, there's a name.
For anyone who remembers him.
Former Oakland A.
Billy Williams.
Oh, Billy Williams, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can't go wrong there.
I think that's enough.
All right, fair enough. So if this is your first time tuning in, we are now on the Belly Up Sports Podcast Network. So thank you to those guys for letting us come aboard. But if you're listening for the first time, because you just found us through them, welcome. Thanks for checking us out. We are primarily a baseball podcast first. We are based out of Chicago and Wisconsin. So we talk Cubs and White Sox, but then kind of dive into the rest of the MLB. We'll talk about the playoff races that are now done and the playoffs have officially started. And then after that, we shift gears into our whatever topic, which ranges from everything to other sports, video games, movies, TV shows, Marvel Cinematic Universe, DC, James Bond, for all you Bond fans out there, including Greg, and just about anything else we can come up with. We love making top 5 lists. We also did a fantasy draft of making our own office characters into an actual office, which was episode 25. Highly recommend checking that out and telling us who won. But we always start our show with our listener comments and listener feedback, which we have a ton in relation to our office episode from last week. So Greg, take it away, man.
I was just about to say that, like, man, the feedback came in, and a lot of people were not very kind to me.
No.
So I hope you enjoy me reading your comments, because this is going to be the last time, people. So, except for my peoples at the 3-Spot blog. On Twitter, they write in, also, Greg wins for picking Creed, won him the office draft, hands down.
Ooh.
Thank you, boys. That is the only support I received for the rest of the comment section here. So our guy Chris on Facebook writes in, Justin wins the office draft's most well-rounded
Thank
group.
you, Chris.
Was well-rounded what we were going for here?
Yes, of course it was.
So, but I still don't see how Justin's was well-rounded.
I take back my lovely comment, Vinny.
Vinny with the best pick in Michael Scott, and Greg with second best Pam.
See, there you go, Greg.
That's what I am. Second best.
Was that?
So how does Justin win? Vinny gets the first, and I get second best. Like,
because I'm awesome. That's why.
It was well-rounded. Although he
pretty
had
much
Holly.
Last place.
I'm sorry. I still don't agree with that Holly pick.
Oh, we're not going to rehash. Holly is a great office character. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was a reach, though. That was a reach.
Speaking of Holly, Lynn on Facebook writes in, good choices in each one, Vinny. Sounds like a proud mom or something right there.
Thanks,
Michael
Mom.
Scott, of course, and gotta love Pretzel Days Stanley. Justin, yes, definitely David Wallace.
Thank you.
Jim and Holly, who else would marry Michael?
That's true.
Probably Jan, because she had nowhere else for a while.
I think Pam's mom would have.
Yes, that's true.
If Michael didn't realize how old she was, yeah.
Greg, Dwight, Creed, what do I do here? Is that a quote, or is
that the
was a quote.
Quabity Ashwitz?
I don't remember. Oh, what do I do here?
Yes.
I get it now. Okay, couldn't catch it without the context. So, and Pam, I'd have to go with Vinny's list as the best. I couldn't work anywhere with the other office managers.
That's true. I would agree with that.
That's a good point. Eric on Facebook, and I think Justin and Vinny are kind of tied on best office.
Probably.
If you had to pick Pam or Aaron for receptions, I'd say Justin would have won. Poor Greg, who had to pick last and is definitely third place.
I just don't know.
I feel like that's something with the White Sox thing. I feel like that's a little revenge.
Yeah,
Why?
I think so.
Wouldn't you want Kevin as your receptionist? He's fun.
Because
he doesn't
he's
know.
bad.
Okay,
You can have him as-
Erica's looking at me right now from across the room, shaking her head. No, he may be bad at his job, but he's fun, and that makes.
But you could have had him as customer service, which he could have been bad at there, and no one cares about customer service.
That's true. That's very true.
Ashley on Facebook writes in, hate to admit it, but Vinny's is the best, both based on characters and people actually being able to accomplish their jobs. Ooh, that sounds like well-rounded to me.
Yep.
Robin on Facebook, I think Justin and Vinny's are tied for best office staff. You picked many of my favorite office personnel, but Vinny got Michael Scott and Ryan. Love Justin picks of David Wallace, Jim, Karen, Oscar, Holly, and Kevin.
See,
your
there we
whole
go.
team.
That's because it's well-rounded. It's a well-rounded.
I'm surprised
team.
your mom is a Ryan fan.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. I do not like Ryan. I'm shocked that she liked Ryan.
Ryan later on, when he wasn't so like cutthroat, was actually kind of funny.
Yes.
See, I think I'm.
You don't like that, Ryan?
I think that's just kind of worthless, Ryan.
Yeah.
I actually liked him. I mean, I know he was a dick character, but I actually thought it was a little how they kind of twisted that around. I think I liked that better.
I think up until he got
I don't
arrested
know.
for defrauding the company, I liked him up until that point, and then once he came back and was just like this complete tool, I kind of lost interest in him. But yeah,
I think so. I don't know though.
Yeah.
Dr. Zach Richardson.
We have doctors listening.
Writes in through email, but really text. Vinny had the strongest draft and should not have drafted Rice Orani, which is going against what you believe, Vinny, because you regretted not taking her.
I did, yeah.
But Dr. Richardson says you didn't, you shouldn't have, you did the right thing. So you listen to your doctor, or? Yeah,
I think it just proves, Greg, that you and I really don't know what people like in the Office characters, because we both like Ronnie. And
we liked each other's teams.
Robert, yeah, we both like Robert.
I was going to say one of the herself down. What is there to like?
Yeah. I think Vinny's one of the few people that liked my team. Actually, more not as much as his own, obviously, but I know he liked my Robert California pick. So.
I thought you could have. I thought you could have upgraded Dwight to manager and Robert California as your corporate pick, and that would have been stronger.
I know, but I'm a huge Jan fan, and I just didn't want to leave her in the. I don't know. No one likes Jan. I do. I think she's a pretty awesome character, personally.
Insane.
That's just me. Insane. I love the insanity, the self-destructiveness. I think I'm all there for that.
But, that makes sense. You got Jan and Andy.
Yeah. That's. I think of all the picks, I think Andy's the one I don't know if regret's the right word, but
you definitely reached for that because Justin and I weren't going to pick him.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
No, I was not.
If I had to do it again, I think I would, go back and redo that one. But that's fantasy drafting for you.
Yep.
So
just like fantasy football, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Regret everything.
I wish I wouldn't have drafted Calvin Ridley. So hopefully he heats up now. So
yeah. All right. Well, thank you to everybody who wrote in, whether it was on Facebook, Twitter, text, and whatever. It doesn't matter to us.
Yeah.
We'll take any feedback we can get. So thank you guys for writing in.
What's the text number for the show? Someone let me know so I can get more people texting.
No. I don't think we're going to be giving that away. But if you do want to comment, you can do it a couple ways. You can tweet us at baseball and what, email us at baseballandwhatever@gmail.com, facebook.com/baseballandwhatever, or if you'd like to watch the video version and see our wonderful, adoring faces, go to youtube.com and search baseball and whatever, and you will see our plethora of shows and content there. So, all right, we are going to jump into the White Sox. Greg, it's finally here. The White Sox first playoff game since last year, I guess. I don't know.
Like a real playoff game.
The first real playoff game since 08, 07?
08, yeah.
All right. If we don't count last year. It's here. we're 24 hours, less than 24 hours away from the first pitch. How are you feeling, Greg? What are the emotions that you're feeling right now?
Well, I am very excited, to say the least. I will be wearing my White Sox jersey tomorrow to work.
I did not.
White Sox stuff. Unfortunately, that was not unfortunately. I mean, the game starts at 3, and the wife's got to work late. She has conferences going on till very late at night. So I will be taking the kids to dance, gymnastics, all sorts of that. But I'll have Len in my ear and on the YouTube TV app when I can, here and there. But guys, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. It's been a while. I'm ready for some playoff baseball, and I want to see this team. I want to see this team take the field and get this series going. So
hopefully not disappoint.
Yeah,
we'll see. That's to be determined. We'll see where that goes from here.
Do you before we kind of go through the playoff roster, do you have a prediction you want to make? Is the White Sox aficionado on this podcast?
I'm going to say White Sox in 5.
Wow.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be. I think this is going to be a full series, but I'm like always wrong about everything. So, but I'm just going to go all out, and I can see this one being a battle. If I'm to be perfect, I mean, I love, White Sox in 3 or 4, obviously, but I'm feeling, pretty harsh battle in this series. So, I mean, we'll see. As long as it's not just like Astros in 3 or something, because then I'm just gonna.
That could be
return of Ryan Braun.
Yeah.
The return of.
His spot's
Angry Greg
keeping warm over there, so
Vinny,
he's not too far. He's right over there. So
are you feeling one way or the other, Vinny?
About the series?
Series, yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough matchup for them.
Yeah,
I would much rather see them play the Rays or the Red Sox.
Okay.
To start off, but I mean, you're gonna have to beat a good team at some point. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I like their chances. They've been hitting at least coming in.
True.
It's not like they were limping in and struggling like they were 2 weeks ago.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, I like their chances. They're playing well right now. Pitching could be shaky, though. At least starting pitching could be shaky with the way injuries and stuff are happening near the last 2 weeks. But
right.
I would feel better if Rodon was healthy, I think.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens with Abreu with his illness.
Yeah, because Abreu's down there. So, Lynn got the nod for game 1. Giolito's going game 2, so we'll see how that goes from there. That's pretty much what I figured.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't you predict that last week?
I did. I mean, it's not. I mean, it wasn't too much of a stretch to predict. I'm not going to give myself a lot of credit on this.
Go for it.
But you're gonna have Dallas Keuchel starting like Bob Nightingale.
God, yeah,
Bob Nightingale. That's the guy right there.
So I'm just ready to get the series started. And we'll see. Like you said, it's a difficult opponent. Mm-hmm. I think I'm with you, Vinnie. I think I'd feel better about the Rays or Red Sox, honestly, because the Astros are tough, man. So McCullers is going game 1. So it's kind of hard to make a prediction, I suppose. If I could, I'd love to do like Lynn going 8 shutty. But
that would be nice.
We'll see, man. We'll see what team shows up here in this series. Hopefully a pretty strong one. And I think a lot of it's gonna be in the pitching right here, because I don't know what's happening with the bats. I don't know if they're going to show up against the Astros. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at see when those guys come in, how that bullpen fares against this tough team. So
it's I feel like out of all the series, and we'll talk more about the other playoff series later in the show, but I feel like this is one that really has a chance to kind of go the distance. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but like I feel like they're evenly matched in certain regards. Obviously, the injuries are an issue as well at times. I know I got the Chicago Sun-Times pulled up right here. There's a quote from Grandal. It's a fact that the Astros have a lot of experience and have made deep runs in the playoffs, and that goes a long way. Now, keep in mind, those were trash can assisted. He also said you're not going to intimidate a team like that. You're not going to put pressure on a team like that, and they're waiting for you. And all they're doing is waiting for us for you to make a mistake, and then they're going to take over. So hopefully they make the mistake before we do. On a side note, the Chicago Sun-Times has made the prediction of the Astros in 5. So,
oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
So they also have it going 5 games. And yes, I do.
Yes.
Like you said too, Justin, I think it's going to be a long series, which is, more baseball, but I don't want to get like burned out either, which, you're going to have to do if you're going to continue on. But yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people picking the Astros.
Astros. Yeah, I mean, I know Tony La Russa was kind of non-committal about Rodon. He said he had a nice throw on Monday and he looked okay on Tuesday, so there's still consideration. I don't know what Rodon's deal is. I don't know if it's just fatigue. I don't know if there's some underlying injury, but man, if he could return to that first half season he had, like I would feel so much better for the Sox. I don't know about you, Greg, but like just knowing they have him waiting in the wings, it would be great.
Yeah.
So.
You'd feel a hell of a lot better, because he's been a stud all this year. And if he can burn in the high 90s again, you feel a hell of a lot better about that than what he did in his last start. So just kind of like that, that kind of junk ball shit he was throwing out there. But who I'm really excited to see pitch.
Who's that?
Dylan Cease, man.
Ooh.
I know that I don't know how the spotlight will do on him, but I love this kid. His stuff is so nasty, and I'm kind of hoping I got a couple guys picked out for kind of like guys in the spotlight this postseason on national television. I'm really hoping Cease is one of them, and the hitters I picked were Vaughn and Sheets. Now I don't know how much time they'll get to play. They're platooning a little bit, but I kind of hope those guys put on the show, just kind of like the big white dudes on the team, just to see. Obviously, I want everyone to do well. I mean, if the main guy is Leori Garcia, I am just gonna lose my shit and be totally thrilled if he becomes a superhero on national television. But any moments like that, are just so much fun to watch, especially when it's the guys you root for. Because a lot of these guys are pretty. I mean, they're not. I mean, let's face it, baseball players are not like household names anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. No,
but like of a lot of the postseason teams, you look at the White Sox, and there's a lot of who. On these teams. So even Jose Abreu, man, the MVP is like, he's been on a garbage team ever since he's been here in 2014. And, finally we'll get to see a little bit of him, or other people will, just an underrated dude for the last, however many years. So
is there anybody on the playoff roster that you're surprised by, Greg, or anybody that got left off that you're not surprised by? Or
is it playoff Vinnie too? Has it been finalized yet?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it finalized, but is there anybody that you're hoping that's on there? Or
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be pretty close to what I had picked out. It's just that backup catcher, I think, which I've always been kind of on about, because I know I'm pretty sure like Zavala's off the charts right now. I think it's going to be Collins.
Yep.
But the guys I wanted to see there, it's like, I like the idea of Raylo being there. I'm glad Tepera's back, and I'm really glad Gavin Sheets is going to be on the. I mean, he's probably going to be in the starting lineup game 1 against McCullers because he's a righty. So I'm kind of glad those guys are on the roster. The rest of it kind of fills out itself with Evan Marshall being out. Then we'll just see which reliever takes that spot, or however else they'll address it. And then I guess Brian Goodwin might be an odd man out, possibly. So I'm not sure exactly where he fits in, but obviously if there's a spot for him, he has come up in big spots too. So
king of the bat flip.
Yeah, there's not a guy. There's like really not a guy I don't want. Obviously there's just more guys like, I'd rather have him and he can kind of sit out. But I mean, everyone I'd obviously take. So except for maybe Dallas.
I know,
not in this series.
Not in this series, no.
Yeah,
no one wants him.
NBC Sports Chicago put together their projected 26-man roster. Sorry, for the playoffs. They have Dylan Cease, Giolito, and Lance Lynn, and Carlos Rodon as your 4 starters. Now, Carlos Rodon is iffy at this point. They had 9 relievers: Bummer, Crochet, Hendricks, Keuchel, Kimbrel, Kopech, Lopez, Ruiz, and Tepera.
Yep.
Catchers and infielders, they got Abreu, Anderson, Collins, Garcia, Grandal, Hernandez, and Moncada.
Okay.
And then for their outfielders, they said Engel, Hamilton, Jimenez, Roberts, Sheets, and Vaughn. And that is the roster they put together.
Okay, so there's no Goodwin on
no
that.
Goodwin, no.
Yeah.
But again,
so that's the difference on mine. I left Ruiz off.
Okay.
And put Goodwin on. So I think that's the only difference of the one I had put together.
They had Keuchel on there.
They did. I'm surprised. I don't.
Oh, they did have Dallas
as a reliever.
You know, he might be. He might be. And you know what? That is what it is. He's the veteran. So I mean,
he was bad in his one relief parent.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
You know, I mean, you never know. But
yeah.
The other thing, the last thing I want to say about this team, about this rebuild, is that like all the dudes are here. You know, Moncada's here, Kopech's here, Giolito's here, Lopez is here. You know, Dane Dunning. You know, we traded him for Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn's here.
Yeah.
Adam Eaton's not here, which is a plus. Jimenez is here. Cease is here. Moncada's here. Roberts here. Between trades and international free agent signings, like the guys that we envisioned are here in important roles. Plus the draft picks. I mean, Anderson. I mean, remember the time like a few years ago when like Tim Anderson and Carson Fulmer were like the top 2 prospects of.
Yep.
And we weren't even Tim Anderson here when it was like, oh, is this dude going to work out? Yes, he has worked out. He is here. Vaughn is here. Madrigal, Hoyer are gone, but we got Kimbrel for them. Kimbrel's here. So at this point, the guys we made trades for, the guys we traded away, Sale, Quintana, Eaton, the pieces we got have finally, have come to the big leagues and they're here on a contender. So
right.
For what that's worth, I mean, I think that's just totally awesome. And that's just kind of like how the vision was set out, that Rick Hahn and company set out there. So
it is eerily reminiscent of like the 2015 Cubs.
Really, right?
It's more like the 2016
Cubs. Yeah. It's like they're here, they're ready to, for lack of a better phrase, they're ready to break some shit and cause some problems. And that's it. Like so good on the Sox. I mean, I hope they do well for Greg and I hate the Astros.
Differences. Several of the main guys are locked up. But I won't get.
We don't need to get into that again.
No. Thanks.
All right. Well,
sorry.
Best of luck to the Sox. Best of luck to all the Sox fans out there that are listening.
You guys watching or listening to Len on the radio? Anything?
I'll try to listen to it.
I'll listen to it on my drive home from work. Yeah. See how tune in, see how they're doing. Like I said, I can't stand the Astros. No. So. I do like Dusty Baker. I mean, when he was done with the Cubs, I was kind of
that's the other thing about this. This is like the old man,
old school,
old Baker, LaRussa. Old man. I know we've said it before, but the 70-year-olds are back in the postseason, and they still hate each other. I think
it's like Baker, LaRussa, like 4 or 5 now at this point, right? I mean, it's been a couple times. So. All right. Well, we did bring up the Cubs there. The Cubs section of the podcast is going to get incredibly slim in the near future because there's nothing really going on. But we do have some news. And then Vinnie also created a little trivia game for us. And if you're watching on YouTube, we will have some of the stat lines that he researched for us.
Did you want to reveal that guy Cub too?
Oh, yes.
I think everyone forgot about that.
So, yes, that
I'm
is
sure our listeners forgot too.
Yes. So if you remember a couple weeks ago, we had that guy Cub. It was a former Diamondback, only played with the Cubs for a handful of games before getting.
I can't even remember the stuff I wrote down.
Didn't really do so hot. I believe he was picked up right before Bryant was drafted. Was one of the stats or one of the?
No, that was from 2 times.
Oh, was that from 2 times ago? All right, never mind. But anyway, Greg, do you want to announce who that guy Cub for that trivia question was?
I think you should, Justin. You actually,
I got it. Yeah,
so hats off to you, man.
The incredible.
Justin already forgot.
I did. I did forget. Wait, Chad Tracy.
Chad Tracy.
Yeah, well one and only Chad Tracy. I remember when they got him, I was pretty excited because I thought he was a comparable.
He was solid with the
Diamondbacks in Arizona, and then he just never really found his footing in Chicago. But yeah, So there you go. There's your That Guy Cub trivia from 2 weeks ago. If you want to hear more about the clues, go ahead back and listen. I believe on the podcast feed, you can check out the details. I put all of them in the description of that podcast. That was episode 24, I believe. So
I believe so.
The breaking news this week for the Cubs, Jed came out during his press conference this week, and another Cubs hitting coach has been fired. So we say goodbye to Tony. I always pronounce his name wrong. Vinny, do you remember how to pronounce his name?
Iapoce?
Iapoce, thank you. I'm glad, because I was going to say Iapachi, so I'm definitely wrong on that one.
Oh boy, yeah.
Iapoce. So this is what how many Cubs hitting coaches have we had now in the last?
This is
decade?
the third one, right? Because it was Malley, then Chili, and then Iapoce.
Yes. And if we go back even further, we got the legendary Rudy Jaramillo.
Yes, Rudy Jaramillo, number 7.
Was supposed to solve every single problem for the Cubs, and that
the
did
saving
nothing.
grace.
The saving grace.
When was that?
That would have been like
shit.
2010, 2008.
I thought 2013. No?
2013, maybe I don't
2012.
know.
It was a Theo hire, right?
I don't know. Let me look. But yeah, he came over from the
Rangers.
Rangers, and he was very well known and just such a big deal. And then he was going to just change the Cubs hitting potential. And
didn't he help Marlon Byrd do well? Wasn't that like his
that was
thing
one
or
of them
when Marlon Byrd
he was
mashing?
2010 to 2012 he was the Cubs hitting coach.
Right.
So
You're right.
he was credited with the development of phenom Starlin Castro, who probably the less said about Castro these days is probably the best. So
Starlin was good with the Cubs.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
His best
and
years, probably.
Now I think he might be seeking legal advice due to some accusations. But yeah, so I don't even know what to say. It feels like every offseason we go through this. The offense sucks. It has sucked since the 2016 or 2017 season.
But the offense wasn't the issue second half of pitching was the problem
wasn't.
this year. Outside of maybe when the core was still here, we had some offensive struggles, but the second half it was.
So was it really his fault then? Like I don't know. I'm kind of looking at this as more of Jed is, because Iapoce came over from the Madden regime. So this is kind of like cleaning house and letting Ross do his thing. Supposedly, I saw on Twitter that Ross was, they were talking with an extension with him. He hasn't, granted, last season was a crapshoot. This season was not very good because they got rid of their core.
Yeah.
Does he really deserve an extension? I don't know.
I think you give him one more year. That's just my opinion.
Like on top of next year, you mean? So like 2 years?
What's his deal? Does he just sign through next year?
I thought he had 2 years left, but
okay.
So if that's the case, I would wait till next season.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, don't extend it. Even if he's just got another year left, like next year, I would just kind of roll with that and see how he does with I really don't know what kind of team they're putting together next year.
The only good thing is
he's under contract through the 2022 season. So the Cubs do have a club option for 2023.
Oh, so they don't even need an extension. Just if you want him, give him the option, then work on an extension. I don't know. The only good thing is I feel like there was definitely some issues with just having all his buddies in the clubhouse from the World Series team, which for better or worse, but now they pretty much gutted the team, so none of those people are really still around. So if they bring in new free agents that are just playing for a new manager, does it work better? I don't know. Maybe I'm just grasping at straws here. I don't know, but
it'll be interesting. They also got rid of their catching coach or coordinator Frank Borzillo too.
Yeah, he's been around for a while too.
Oh yeah, he's been.
I liked him.
Yeah,
it seemed like he was getting the best out of Wilson. So I'm kind of sad to see him go. Iapoce. I don't know really what he did. Maybe we can credit him for Frank Schwindel taking off. Maybe I don't know.
We can roll with that. That's fine.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Do they still have Hadavi as their pitching coach?
Yes.
Still have that guy.
Yep, he's still there. Yep.
Should they bring Larry Rothschild back since he's out on the market right now?
Might as well, right? Bring him back and bring him
back. Bring Dusty back. They can have the pitchers for like 140 pitches each game, and their arms will fall off.
Burn them out again. Really quick, speaking of managerial contracts, if anyone can write in and tell me Tony La Russa's contract, I don't think anyone actually knows.
It's guarded under lock and
curious,
key by Jerry Reinsdorf.
It's seriously, it's like, secret government Area 51 information at this point.
It's like maybe Ryan Pace's contract, right?
That's a whole other story.
Oh, God.
Maybe like La Russa has like you win the World Series, you're done, you're free to go. Like this is just like a one-time deal. Like maybe does he leave?
I actually think that would be pretty cool. Like if they win the World Series, and they're my pick to win the World Series only because I hate to be the guy that picks against my team if they
not only is he the boomer of the podcast, he's the homer of the podcast.
Exactly. Like I can't help myself.
But
if he walks off and wins the World Series, I think that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
and then they're on the managerial search again or whatever. But just kind of like whatever Jerry said out, like, oh yeah, let's fix the wrong that Hawk Harrelson fired him or that bullshit. Just for nostalgia.
All I ask is if they win the World Series, for the love of God, at the parade, someone call him an Uber. Please.
Yes.
Please.
For the love of God.
Maybe he'll drive the float.
Oh God. In that case, then clear the streets. So I mean, I don't know. Is this going to do anything? Probably not. Jed still has to hire a general manager, which I totally forgot.
They went the whole season without
a general manager. Yeah, I mean,
what does that title do? That was
nothing.
Like when Jed had it. It was.
They were calling Theo for everything. Yeah. Exactly. So I mean, it's all a name thing at this point. Vinnie, do you want to share your little deadline trivia that you found for us?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're watching on YouTube, Vinny's going to share his screen.
Let me acknowledge the window here.
And I will do my best to.
And I think what we're going to be doing
terrible zoomed in.
Ugh. We got some slash lines, and we're going to have to pick out who is who, I think, right?
Yes. So what I have is, and this I got this information from a guy by the name of Brad on Twitter at Ball SKWOK. I don't know how to pronounce that. Balls K Walk. I don't know. But he put this together. So I figured, I'd mix it up. The stats were interesting. So I figured I'd do a little trivia, try to make the Cubs section a little bit more interesting.
Sure.
So
good call.
Those listening, you can't see what I'm showing, but I have, let's see here, 6 categories: batting average, on base percentage, slugging, OPS, weighted runs created, plus, and home runs. I have 4 players: Ian Happ, Javier Baez, Chris Bryant, and Tony Rizzo. And I'm going to read off the stats, and you guys are going to have to match it up to the correct slash line.
Okay. All right, ready.
So
I got to write this down.
batting average 262, on base percentage of 344, slugging of 444 with an OPS of 788, weighted runs created plus 113, and 7 home runs. These stats also are after the trade deadline.
After the deadline. Okay.
Yes, after the deadline.
Good to know.
Player B, batting average of 296, on base percentage of 367, slugging of 500, and OPS of 867, a weighted runs created plus of 138, and 8 home runs. Player C, batting average 232, on base percentage of 314, slugging 381, OPS of 695, weighted runs created plus 93, home runs 6. Player D, 288 batting average, on base percentage of 363, slugging of 581, OPS of 944, with a weighted runs created of a whopping 147 and 15 home runs. Now you have Ian Happ, Javier Baez, Chris Bryant, and Tony Rizzo. Can you guys match them up to the correct letters?
Ooh. All right. This is tougher than I thought. All right. I'm going to say, go ahead, Greg. You go ahead and go with the first one.
Okay. I was going to go D Happ. Does that sound right? Didn't he have like a crazy good second half?
I will agree with Greg on that one. I think Happ had the 288 average, 363 on base, and then the 15 home runs. I want to say that's Happ too.
I don't remember any of these dudes getting traded hitting 15 home runs post the trade deadline. So
All right. I think, Greg, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking Rizzo is the one that batted 232 just because he was out for so long with COVID
That's what I
and
was
everything
thinking.
else.
Yep. Definitely had Rizzo at C.
C. Oh, okay.
So 232, 314 on base, and then is that six? Man, I need glass. These are just
695 OPS.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. And then we got Bryant and Baez.
I don't know about you. I'm going, I think B is Baez.
B is Baez.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because he kind of lit it up at the very tail end of the season, right? When things were kind of out of reach for them.
Yeah, the home runs, I think, is what's kind of staring. I mean, kind of like if you look at the batting average, the OBP is like that doesn't doesn't say Baez, but I think the home runs, and the OPS are kind of giving that away from me, I think. And then for me, that is just too much of a Bryant slash line. That is a perfect Bryant slash line right there.
I would agree. So. All right, Vinny, hit us with the facts here.
We're probably
you guys are 100% correct on this.
Holy cow! Really?
You guys nailed it. Yeah, nailed it out of the park.
Holy cow!
Yep. Almost like a very strong second half, hitting having one.
That was the easy one, I think. Yeah.
And then speaking of, Justin, I feel like you were down on Ian Happ most of the season.
I still, when they were talking about, we need to bring him, extend him, I'm like, oh God, please don't. But I mean, I guess he had a good second half of the season.
So.
Obviously, really nice you need to tender him just because.
Yeah.
Can you really afford to have a second Schwarber situation? I don't
even get started. Yeah.
And it's not. I mean, he had like a bad, I feel like 2 months this year. And when they really needed him, unfortunately, and I feel like he's, I don't know, always next season. But I guess we were always saying that with the core too. They'll all put it together at the same time next season. Be fine. Yeah, and they never did until they all went away. So yeah, you guys nailed it out of the park on this one. You got it 100% correct. So.
Awesome. All right. Well,
good stuff.
I guess that.
See, the thing that getting back to Ian Happ's slash line. It was the home. Like I look at that. I'm looking at Baez and Happ, and it's just the home runs that were standing out. Because I don't Baez hitting 15 home runs. Since being with the Mets, like no, that's not
happening.
So that was fun though. I can't believe we were right.
I'm shocked.
Get these.
I think you guys cheated.
I'm almost appalled at how well we did. That is not supposed to happen on a podcast for layman people like us.
Well, I just for the record, I can't cheat because if I open up more than one window on my browser, I lose connection, which is what happened.
Oh God!
I think what happened a couple times earlier this podcast when I tried. So.
That's awesome. All right,
that's my tech here, people.
Real quick around Major League Baseball. Joe West is retiring at the end of the postseason. I don't. Yay! Okay. I mean, I'm more happy to see him go than sad to see him leave. I don't know about you guys.
Can't wait for his next country album.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
really
great.
Looking forward to that. He's got all that time.
I haven't even listened to it.
I haven't either, and I don't want to.
He's a baseball umpire, not a country singer. So.
Okay, I guess fair enough.
So yeah,
I haven't listened to it.
What a weird journey it's been for him. Best wishes, I suppose, from us. But
do you think he gets the World Series?
That sounds like
does MLB carry that liability to the World Series?
Rob Manfred doesn't care about anything. Remember,
he hates baseball.
He hates baseball, and it's just a hunk of metal trophy. So yes, add to the chaos. Please throw him in.
Yeah.
Sure.
What the hell?
As long as the White Sox aren't in it, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like Burley not pitching or something.
Yeah. And then real quick, I figure we can review the bracket for the MLB playoffs, and we can just kind of make our picks.
Yeah.
And then we will get on to our whatever section. All right, Tampa Bay and Boston. Who you guys picking?
I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. I don't know.
Vinny, what about you?
I'm gonna have Tampa.
I think they're too good. They're a juggernaut.
I'm happy the Red Sox beat the Yankees.
I am happy as well. I did feel bad for I think it was Scoop from the three spot podcast. I was watching his Twitter feed as the Yankees started losing, and it was just poor guy was like just devolving, like, oh God, this is getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, just breathe. It's going to be okay. And then I'm like,
Cole,
that doesn't help.
Cole did not show up, man. He is overrated barf, dude. I mean, seriously, getting paid all that money. I don't care if he fucking hurt or not.
Yeah.
You didn't throw the
spider tag.
You didn't throw the fucking knuckle curve or anything. I was looking at his pitch mix and everything. It's bullshit, dude.
Yeah, not a good look for him. Sox and Astros. I'm going to go Sox just for Greg. So
thank you.
You're welcome. Vinny, who you going here?
I'm going to go Sox. I think it's going to be, I agree with Greg. I think it's going to be a close one. I think it'll probably go either way. It depends on who shows up for the Sox. Is it the last 2 weeks of the Sox or the 2 weeks before that?
Yeah.
Which one
is it? 2 weeks before that they'll be swept.
Because the 2 weeks before they're like playing the Astros and getting like, or teams like that and just getting, beaten down. So
I hope it's a Sox.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. White Sox.
Then we got the Giants against the NL wild card, which I'm checking right now. It's the bottom of the 7th between the Cardinals and Dodgers. It is tied 1-1. We got a pitcher's duel.
Wow. Holy cow.
We got the wild card winner versus the Giants. I'm going to go Giants. I want to see them do well. I like the story of having all these veterans that are just kind of together, hanging on and giving it a go. I mean, he had one of the best records in baseball, right? So I don't know if they can sustain it. But I also hate the Dodgers and Cardinals, and it will pain me to vote for one of them. So I'm going to go Giants. I don't know about you guys.
Greg, you want to go next?
Yeah. So if it's Giants Cardinals, I'm going Giants. If it's Giants Dodgers, I'm going Dodgers.
Okay.
So I think
I am the same way with Greg on this one. I want all Cubs, ex-Cubs players besides the ones that are on the Sox out. I cannot handle Cubs Twitter. Last night was nauseating.
Oh, it was bad with the Schwarber and Rizzo love.
Oh yeah.
And I saw someone like post out as in it was like some glorified, great tweet. Oh, the last time Schwarber and
I saw that too.
And Rizzo hit a home run in the same playoff game was 2015. It's like, okay,
man,
it was 6 years ago. And we're
rehashing it still.
They can't help themselves.
Like even me, I have moved on from this whole thing. Like me, out of all people, everyone needs to move on. It's over.
I'm sorry, the Giants have to lose.
Really?
Unless it's the Cardinals.
I was gonna say unless it's the Cardinals, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah. Just wait to the next series to knock.
And then our last pick here, we got the Braves and the Brewers. I don't want to say this, but I think the Brewers are going to win this one, even though their moron closer still has a broken hand. Greg, what do you think about Brewers and Braves?
Yeah, I think the Brewers, man. I think they're, for me, that's another series that could go either way. The Braves could, just be that team that just shows up and, ruin some people's seasons. But as of right now, I just say the Brewers are a better team, so I'm going to pick them.
Okay.
And I have their hat. So
that's true. You do. You do. Vinny, what about you?
I'm going to go Braves. The Brewers, like the the Brewers almost all season haven't really hit that well. So I'm going to say the Braves just to be contrarian from both of you guys too.
Right. They do have more mashers on the team.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So you just one home run maybe.
Yeah.
They'll win a game 1-0. I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, the Brewers definitely have the better pitching, but
yeah.
I'm gonna go Braves.
Yeah.
I really
definitely see it.
Acuna too, so I'd like to see him do well. That would be
Is he?
He's no.
I'm sorry, not Acuna.
Yeah.
Is he? No, I'm not. Oh wait,
Ozzy Albies.
Ozzy Albies. That's who I'm thinking of. Thank you, not Acuna.
And
Ozzy
Freeman.
Albies, yes, and Freeman. I like Freeman too, but Ozzy Albies I really liked. It was I kind of really got a feel for his skill in the All-Star game. I thought he did a cool job. So
Jock Peterson's there too. So maybe I want the Braves to lose because maybe everybody will start. Cubs fans will start pining for him.
He's starting to wear a pearl necklace when he goes to at bat now. I don't know.
What is he wearing?
He's wearing a pearl necklace. What? He was asked about it, and he's like, I don't know. I'm just one bad bitch. That's what his response was too.
I think that's pretty funny.
Okay, dude. Hey, you do you, man. Whatever makes you happy. You're not hurting anybody. Rock on, dude. That's all I can say there.
Whatever floats your boat, kid.
Yeah, exactly. couple other things before we move on. Theo Epstein and the Mets. There was a story that broke that maybe there were some talks there. They decided that is not a fit, so that is not happening. And then lastly, the Padres fired their manager, Jay Singler, after the collapse that they had in the second half of the season. So
wow,
I believe AJ Preller was given a vote of confidence by the owner I saw online. So he's not going anywhere, but the manager hire will need to commence in the near future for them. So that's, I think, all we got for baseball talk. You guys got anything else before we move on?
I think that's all I have.
That's all you got, Vinny. You good? All right. Do we want to do a 1 minute Bears review? Is there anything to say about the Bears for 1 minute?
Yeah,
really.
There's a lot to say.
There
Actually,
is, yeah.
Okay, can I start this off?
Yeah, go ahead,
guys.
Batten down the hatches.
Could you please clarify? Maybe I heard you incorrectly, but Chicago has his local boob named Hub Arkish.
Yes, he does.
And just like the coach, like the coach and Forrest Gump looking at Forrest, I was like, who is that guy? Oh, it's Forrest Gump, just local idiot. That's like our Hub Arkish. Did he actually say on the radio that if Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace get fired, that we as fans should be concerned about their livelihood? Did I hear that correctly?
That was the I'm paraphrasing, but yes, that was the sentiment. Yes. And I hate to tell him, if they get fired, both of them are going to be completely fine because they are making tons of money.
Yeah.
And also, as a fan, it's not my job to care about the sports management people, right? Like,
these guys don't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're really concerned about their livelihood, I'll tell you what, I hire Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace where I work. They can, like fix shit, sweep floors, whatever they got. Like, I got them covered. If you Chicago Bears fans and worry about their livelihood, don't worry. I will offer them jobs and make sure, they have benefits, union benefits, all that stuff. Make sure that's okay. So if you're really worried about
that's
that,
very nice.
Because I guarantee you, Matt Nagy, Ryan Pace don't give a shit about you. Is clearly stated because they don't give a shit about this team because they don't fucking win. And by the way, if you think that Chicago, Matt Nagy, you should not be giving Matt Nagy the benefit of the doubt by calling him a smart guy. I hear too many idiots on the radio like, well, Matt Nagy, he's not a dumb guy.
Yes,
what
he is.
has he done to prove to you that he is a smart guy?
He won the coach of the year, Greg. He won coach of the year.
Doesn't count. Please tell me what he has done. Because I tell you what, all you got to do is know someone and like pass an interview. You're NFL head coach. Adam Gase was an NFL head coach.
That's true.
That's my counter argument right there. So please tell me if there's anything that he has done that he's smart. Because people get upset. It's like, well, we shouldn't be calling Matt Nagy dumb. Because he really is a smart guy. Tell me why. Tell me your evidence that he is a smart guy. Because I have not seen any of it. I'm willing to listen. But there's nothing that proves to me that he is actually intelligent. And now I'm wondering if I actually should hire him if he gets fired. I actually don't care because he might bring down our staff at work.
He might.
And our staff is shit for brains to begin with. So if he brings us down, then I don't know what to do.
Hey, but I heard he's a really nice guy, Greg. I heard he's a really nice guy.
We're all nice at work, Justin.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
It's just all shit for brains. I'm sure he's a really nice guy, but
that's all I hear on Chicago radio.
Yeah, just like you can be nice. That's all. That's perfectly fine. But
you can be nice and be horrible at your job.
When you say to me, it's like, well, it's not. You shouldn't be calling him dumb. Like, why? Because all he's done is dumb. Since he's been here. And it hasn't been he has not been part of the Bears' success. When the Bears are successful or do good things, quite rarely it's not because of
it's in spite of him.
Yep. Exactly.
Vinny, I don't know if I can top that. Do you want to try and top that? Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, there's not much to add to it. I am very excited about Justin Fields.
Named starter.
Matt Nagy actually made the smart choice and said, I'm sticking with Justin Fields. I don't know what made him actually think of that.
I like to think Virginia McCaskey drove to his house, knocked on the door and said, listen here, asshole. The kid's starting or I'm going to break your kneecaps. And then she left. And that's how it went. But
yeah, he was told he had to do it.
That had to come from up above, don't you think?
I don't know. Who makes that call?
Ted Phillips? I don't know.
Ted Phillips.
Okay, if Ted Phillips is telling Matt Nagy how to do his job and be better at his job, then okay, Matt Nagy really needs to be fired.
Yes.
That's not a smart. I wouldn't give him the credit saying that's a smart decision though. That's just a decision. That's just a correct decision.
Well, yeah,
doesn't mean you're
obvious
smart.
Decision.
Like because we can make that decision.
Yeah.
So we're not NFL head coach. Everyone else can make that decision.
I mean,
I'm not giving him the credit on that one.
To the Bears' credit, Justin Fields did look. He looked pretty good. It was so cool to see them actually throw downfield. I don't remember the last time they threw downfield like that. And him and Allen Robinson connected for some good passes.
That pass he had to Mooney in stride downfield.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen that.
I've never seen something like that. Not with the Bears.
Yeah.
No. So I mean, I keep having to temper my expectations, and I keep saying that was the Lions. But
they also didn't have to push them.
They didn't.
Bill Lazor called a great game. He had him go downfield when necessary. He didn't put him in a bad situation, put him in a situation to succeed, and they ran the ball. And when they were up, they just kept running. They didn't He didn't panic and go, I should probably start throwing the ball and run these gadget plays and be a complete moron like the head coach. No, he called a great game and Fields executed it great. The stat line wasn't anything, great. Didn't have any passing touchdowns.
But it
one
looked
interception.
good,
No, yeah. Watching the game, it looked good. But yeah, exactly.
He's got a little thing going with Darnell Mooney right there.
He does.
I think that's a good relationship building. Well, the next game should be the perfect Matt Nagy offensive genius game because your running backs hurt for like 4 to 5 weeks. So.
Yeah. Did you guys hear Justin Fields, what he said about Bill Lazor?
No, what did he say?
That Bill Lazor was a great calming voice in his ear.
Is that where he said about because he was up in the press box, not press box, but the up above in the stadium seat? Yeah.
Can I submit Exhibit B to my case?
And also, I'm going to go back and change. I want the Astros to win because I want to hear more rants from Greg like that. So
that was a great rant, Greg.
Yeah. So I guess if you, I guess it's win-win for you guys.
Yeah.
If you guys like to hear me most when people hear me bitch or complain, they just shut up. He's so annoying. But you guys seem to like it. So I'm glad you do.
So because
I'm sincere. I'm usually sincere in my stuff. Yes, I ham up the Bond stuff a little bit, but this Matt Nagy, I've hated Matt Nagy ever since he won his fake coach of the year. That's like the fucking
double donk.
That's like the badge you buy off of Amazon, pretend to be a cop, man. I was like, you should be arrested for impersonating
a coach.
Some shit.
God, go back to.
I am serious. He doesn't. Nothing like for me, he is my Bears enemy number one. It goes him, then Ryan Pace. I know it's the opposite for almost every other fan, or maybe there's someone else in there, but I am not a Nagy guy whatsoever.
No, neither am I.
I was never really sold to begin with, when he first started working here either, and it's only gotten worse. So,
well, Greg, to that point, you say Pace is your number two, but who hired your number one?
Ryan Pace.
Ryan Pace hired Matt Nagy, so he should technically be number one because he brought that. He brought that evil on you.
Even in that sequence, like the hate internally for Nagy, it trumps that somehow. So, but if Matt Nagy, if we're concerned, like I said, if we're concerned with Matt Nagy's livelihood, I'll interview him at least for your position. No experience needed. We literally just need a body. But that is not going to be the case if there's like a manhunt at Hallis Hall or something when we've all had enough of this guy. So
all right. Well, let's talk about something positive now.
Yep.
We're going to switch gears to our whatever topic. This week's topic is upcoming movies that we're excited to see, whether it's on, HBO Max. I know Paramount Plus, I think it's Paramount Plus, has been doing some of the new movies in theaters as well. Or maybe we're just going to go see them in theaters. So I think, Vinny, I don't know how you feel. I think we have to give Greg his time now to talk about his excitement for Bond 25, No Time to Die, right? Did I say it right? I said it wrong, didn't I?
You serious, Justin?
Did I say it wrong?
No, you got it wrong.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I was like, it's
not a Bond fan, folks.
I'm like, it's NTTD, right? Like, I just remember seeing that hashtag everywhere. All right, Greg.
No,
so you're going Saturday to see it?
No,
Friday.
I am.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
So the original plan was Thursday night tomorrow night. Just wasn't, it was going to be like
cards,
a 10 p.m. show or something. I was like, you know what? I take the day off of work Friday, go see it. AMC, 11 a.m., seat H1. That's where I'm going to be. If you were sitting at H1, like I said, I'm going to throw you out of that seat into row A. Guys, it's been, I think I've said this the last like 5 episodes, but continue to say it again. I've never worked so hard with squinting on Twitter and the Google News feed, to avoid spoilers on this or whatever, because I know they're out there, and I listen to so many of the Bond podcasts out there. Shout out to you guys, James Bond Radio, James Bond and Friends. You know who you are. All you UK guys out there posting your reviews already. Bond and Beyond, you did yours today. I was like, hey, wait for the Yanks a little bit, would you? But I know your high listenership needs your immediate reaction. So I had to avoid all your shows too, but I'm definitely going to enjoy them after I see the movie. Because I know it premiered out there. A bunch of you already saw it, obviously. But like me, Jack Lugo, Bill, we got to wait a little bit. So, but the wait's not too much longer because October 8th.
I mean, I can tell you what I saw on the video review I watched the other day.
Justin also knows what happens.
Well, no, I don't know what happens, but I know what the score is, and I know the main beats of the plot.
Oh, you see, that's enough out of you, mister.
Are you sure it was No Time to Die, or was it Diamonds Are Forever?
For all I know, it could have been Tomorrow Never Dies. I don't know.
There you go.
Hey, another.
I thought Pierce Brosnan was done. It was kind of weird to see a review with him. It was, But yeah.
So this is the conclusion to the Craig arc. Obviously, I have been waiting. The last time I saw a Bond movie in theaters, I did not have children. I was not a dad. I had just gotten married. I just moved into my house. I was working a different job, so that shows you how much life has changed since a Bond movie a new Bond movie has been in theaters. So I've been waiting, and then the COVID delay, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
You know the spiel. All of you know the spiel, and it's finally here. I don't think anything can stop it at this point, except like death or something. Knock on wood, that doesn't happen. But No Time to Die. Am I right?
Yeah. So, it is No Time to Die. Damn it! I knew it.
So yeah, guys, that's all I can say. I know I've exhausted all my. You've heard me say it all. This is my. It doesn't happen very often, but these are my movies, so I'm ready to watch it. The first time I usually see it like 2 or 3 times if I can. The first time I just enjoy for what it is, and then the second or third time I just kind of analyze it a little deeper, pick it apart here and there for good or for bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just excited. Been avoiding all reviews, articles, non-spoiler things, spoiler things. So I'm trying to go in as clean as possible. And I got to shout out to the trailers too. These modern trailers, they give so much away.
Yeah,
everything in the No Time to Die ones, like you see a lot of the action sequences, so maybe that spoiled for you. But as far as story or plot or potential twists or anything, I have no idea. So
who's the main bad guy in it?
So that'd be the villain Safin. I can't remember how they actually going to pronounce it. There was a back and forth with that, but he's played by Academy Award winner Rami Malek.
Yes. Okay. Also, video game character from Until Dawn.
Until Dawn.
That was a great game. He was in that too. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
And also Christoph Waltz returns to play Stavro Blofeld. Hopefully,
that was Dr. Evil.
Yeah,
they have the whole sequence, right?
Where are we going to get into Spectre a little bit? One thing I hope No Time to Die does is kind of clean up or retcon this stupid Spectre bullshit that they tried to do and didn't make work. Hopefully they clean that up a little bit and hopefully it makes Spectre better. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because
it was already good, Greg.
No, it was not good.
It doesn't need any correcting.
Was not good. Vinny, you are so British because the British love it. It's like, hey, it's a traditional Bond movie. How could you not love it? I'm like, yeah, how about it sucked and was like Austin Powers only bad? So And then they tried to do the reveal. I know I said the reveal before, but when they did the reveal, like, oh, I'm Ernst Stavro Blofeld, I'm like, that means absolutely nothing to anyone except you were a Bond fan. You just copied Star Trek Into Darkness with the Wrath of Khan reveal, and you failed because you suck and you couldn't help yourselves. So, yeah, hopefully No Time to Die cleans that up a little bit.
Well,
and,
best of luck, Craig.
Just kind of gives it a happy ending. We'll see.
Is the villain a repeat villain like Blofeld, or is this
there was speculation that Rami Malek's character Safin, whatever, was actually Dr. No.
Oh.
But
he doesn't have the weird metal hands.
He doesn't, but one thing we've also seen is we haven't seen Rami Malek's hands in the trailers.
Oh, interesting.
So that's a possibility right there. He's definitely got the look for it. The set design very much mimics Dr. No. A lot of people were against that. I'm not actually. If that
Dr. No was a part of Spectre, wasn't he?
He was technically, and from the trailers, what I gather, Safin is an enemy of Spectre.
Okay,
no, that might be a funky twist. Actually, if you remember the game GoldenEye Rogue Agent, they kind of twisted that around a little bit because they had both characters, and it was kind of like Spectre versus Dr. No a little bit. That kind of was like a loose plot line going on.
Okay.
I'll just say if they do that, I'll be cheering, Darth Vader mowing down, Rebels style. I think that'd be fantastic. People don't like it's like, hey, we need a fresh villain. If I go in the past, it's like, no, the past was cool, man. Dr. Knows the shit, dude. He was only on the screen for like 3 seconds, and that's when they were doing Yellowface in theaters and was just totally morally wrong. But
that was also a really lame death too for Dr. No.
Oh,
they need to redo that death.
The drowning or whatever.
Yeah,
it was just
like a 30-second fight, and he just falls in there. Can't grab onto the lift
the metal hands kind of end up screwing him over. Yeah, I would agree with that, but they didn't know what they had then. So I know I went on about this. You guys got to talk about your stuff. I'm done for the rest of the podcast. But that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, boys.
Awesome. One for me, and I know Chris wrote in on Facebook and said he was excited for this one too, and that's the new Venom. I believe it's Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. I am psyched for that movie. Yes. I loved, and I was very skeptical, I guess, of the first Venom movie when it came out. I'm like, it's Sony. It's not really under the Marvel Cinematic Universe umbrella. It's Tom Hardy, which
not to interrupt you, Justin. What did Topher Grace have anything to do with this?
I was going to say the first Venom was Topher Grace.
How could he live up to Topher Grace?
Yeah.
He can't.
It was actually the first Venom was Tobey Maguire, wasn't it?
Well, he bonded with the symbiote,
yeah.
Then he was doing his weird emo dancing at the club and all that stuff. So, so I wasn't really sure, but to be honest, like I really enjoyed the movie. Like I always liked the Venom character just because I liked the black Spider-Man suit in general.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, and then I remember I showed Erica the movie because she's like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I'm like, it's actually pretty good. Like it's pretty. It's got some comedy. It's got some good action, and she really enjoyed it. And the fact that now they're bringing Carnage in, who I remember Carnage from like the Spider-Man video games as a kid. Woody Harrelson. I like Woody Harrelson. Trailers look good. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. The first couple days when it came out, I saw a bunch of people ragging on it, and then that like flipped, and now everyone's saying it's really good. I don't know what the post credits tease is, but supposedly it's amazing. So
cool.
In my head, I'm only hoping that somehow Sony and Marvel made a deal to have what's his name show up. I'm drawing a blank. Who plays Spider-Man now? What's his name?
Holland?
Tom Holland show up and then somehow connect those universes.
Was it No Way Home?
Yeah, like that would be
really
incredible.
Cool.
I would love that. I don't know if that's what I don't see them actually doing that, but in my head, that's what's going to happen at the end.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for that. I know Chris said he was really excited for that.
I never saw the first one.
It's actually really good.
It's pretty fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun superhero movie, anti-hero, whatever you want to call it.
Big Tom Hardy fan too. He's amazing.
And he doesn't have the Bane mask on, so you can actually understand him this time. So
just barely.
Just barely. Yeah. Vinny, you got any movies you're looking forward to in the near future?
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah,
Definitely looking forward
that's
to
a big
that.
one.
That is probably my favorite. Not like Avengers, but Marvel superhero movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
The new ones. That's so far
They're so
1 and
good.
2 were absolutely darn near perfect for the arc so far, and I loved how what was the second one called? Wasn't
Far From Home.
Far From Home.
From Home,
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I love the callback to Iron Man 3 and just Tony Stark in general. I just love that. That was great. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Probably try to talk the wife into going to see that at the theater.
Definitely.
But yeah, really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that series with Tom Holland, I really think he's a good Spider-Man. I know we've talked about it in the past. I loved Michael Keaton as the Vulture in the first one.
Oh, yeah.
The second one I really enjoyed. I thought Jake Gyllenhaal did a pretty good job as Mysterio. I thought I liked the way they kind of, when you went in, I remember we went to go see it. I'm like, okay, I know Mysterio's a bad guy, and they kept framing it as, oh, he was there to help out. I'm like, okay, at some point there's going to be a turn.
Yep.
And just the way they did it, I liked the way they took his background of being a special effects artist, which comes from the comic book and all that, and then tying it in. Good stuff. So I'm hoping this is good. I mean, there's all these rumors and speculation about the other Spider-Mans being in this. I know Tobey Maguire was seen, I guess, in like Central Park telling people, oh, yeah, I'm in it. And then they had Andrew Garfield and he's like, no, I'm not in it. So someone's lying. It's just a matter of which one is lying. So, so I'm excited. I know Chris wrote in for that one. He said he was excited too.
Can add me to that list too.
And and there's something for me, like I like some of the Marvel movies, but like the ensemble, like Avengers and Endgame, like those were good. But I like when it's more just one hero, one villain or two villains, and that's it. Like, give me something easier to follow, and then you can learn more about the character, because I feel like in some of the ensemble movies, like some of the character arcs, it's very quick because they got to run through all these characters. So that's one that I was looking forward to as well. Greg, you got any more, or are you all tapped out from Bond?
Yeah, I know I'm in agreement with Erica here. Halloween Kills. Coming out very soon. Coming to Peacock as well.
Yes.
I'm all about Michael Myers any day, anytime, any day. I know most of the Halloween movies are crap except for a select few, but the last one I really enjoyed, the David Gordon Green directed one. And I'm ready for the sequel, which is getting kind of, mixed reviews here and there, but I'm definitely on board to see it, and we'll see how it is. But hopefully they're creative with it. That's what I'm hopefully, maybe, I just don't want it to be so like the generic sequel, like, so many of these slasher movies can be. People are saying it's like, well, that's not really what I expect. It's like, I want something I don't expect. Whether I like it or not, I can always appreciate it. It's like, well, I definitely wasn't expecting that. Wasn't what I would have done, but I get it. You know what I mean? So I'm looking for something fresh, something creative, I guess, with this one. So
I'm just disappointed Dr. Loomis won't be in this one.
He wasn't in the last one.
I know, but still, I mean, well, I've never seen any. I've never seen any of them, so I assume he's dead. But
yeah, he's so technically in this storyline, because he dies in Halloween 2, but this is not connected to Halloween.
No, he's not
technically. So
because he comes back in one of like Halloween 5 or 4.
He comes back in 4, 5, 6, but that wasn't. They decided not to make that because H2O didn't make those canon.
Okay.
So technically, if you take 1, 2, 7, 8, he's dead in 2. But if you just take it as a whole, he's alive through 2 through 6. So 1 through 6. I'm sorry. So
gone cross-eyed just thinking about it.
But yeah, technically. So I mean, it got really messy right there. But there's actually a snapshot. I don't know how they're going to pull this off, but a guy wearing a trench coat with a bunch of police surrounding Michael Myers, like in like 70s, attire or something. So there might be a little flashback, something here.
Okay.
I don't know how they're going to pull that off, but something definitely cool to look forward to.
It looks like we got Jamie Lee Curtis. Anthony Michael Hall is in this, and so
he's playing Tommy
Doyle,
Wallace. Right? Tommy Doyle, Tommy Doyle.
And then Judy Greer is in this too. I'm surprised.
Wasn't Tommy Doyle in the 4 and 5 ones? He played little Tommy. right?
Actually, I wasn't it Paul Rudd who played him in Halloween 6. That was like one of his first acting roles.
Yes,
The Curse
I remember
of
that
Michael
one.
Myers, and he's like a little perv or something. He's like peeping Tom or something.
Yeah, running around like the insane asylum.
The girl, the actress who plays Lindsay Wallace, who was the little girl in the first one, she's actually making a return.
Oh wow!
After all of these years, I forget the actress's name.
What was the one before this called?
Just Halloween.
Okay, so they had
Halloween.
Technically it would be Halloween, then Halloween, and then Halloween
and then
Kills.
Halloween Kills. Yeah, I know.
Got it.
Not that smooth, but
That could be worse, I suppose.
Yeah, could be worse.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I probably won't see that one, but more power to the people that do. I know Erica and Lynn wrote in and said they are also excited to see the new Scream. I will admit, I did not know they were making a new Scream.
I didn't know they were rebooting
that. This is new.
Is this a total reboot?
No, it is not.
This is a continuation.
This is expected to release on January 14th, 2022. Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette are all back.
Wow.
Here is the little teaser. It says a new installment of the Scream horror franchise will follow a woman returning to her home to try to find out who has been committing a series of vicious crimes.
Wow.
That's all I got.
So is this 5 then? Is this Scream?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I lost track after 3 because 3 was the one where they were making a movie about the first one.
Yes, this is
they were making a Scream movie, and so it was with all the actors.
There's also a Scream TV show too.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
No. So I know Erica's excited.
I'm not a Scream. I don't know about you. I'm not a big fan of the Scream films, guys.
I like the first one. That was really
the first one. Yeah,
they weren't scary. They were funny.
Yeah. Like she made me watch the first one last year because I made her watch
Star Wars.
Yeah, so I watched the first one. And I'm like, this is okay. Like, I didn't like seeing Drew Barrymore get all slashed up. That was kind of gross.
That was about the scariest thing in that movie.
Yeah, but then the rest, like trying to figure out who the killer was, like that was kind of interesting, I guess. It wasn't what I expected. I thought it was going to be much more dark. And like you said, Vinny, it's kind of almost like got a funny tinge to it at times.
Yeah, it's hokey.
It is. It's hokey. Like they're kind of going for that goofy old, scary movie.
What's
taking out the Fonz?
Right.
Yeah.
What's Skeet Ulrich doing nowadays anyway?
I thought I saw him on the side of the road, actually. The other day. I don't know.
What's Matthew Lillard doing now besides playing Shaggy?
He was in a TV show called Bosch that we used to really watch.
Oh, okay. That got mentioned on one of our previous
FBI
episodes.
worker or an FBI agent.
Oh, that's right. He did. I forgot about that role.
Skeet Ulrich. Let's see. What is Skeet Ulrich doing? He did a bunch of stuff for Robot Chicken. He's in Riverdale. So he was in Law and Order LA, I guess. He's been doing some stuff. CSI New York, Jericho, Miracles.
Keep him busy.
Keep him busy. Another one that several people wrote in, including Sean, who mentioned our friend John, and my mom wrote in to mention my dad. And that is the new Top Gun movie that has been delayed how many times?
Yeah, it's been a while. I thought it's been out until you told me it wasn't. I think one of you guys told me.
Maverick, which has been now expected to release on May 27, 2022, but I think they finished filming it like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is back as Maverick. Val Kilmer's back as Iceman. John Hamm's in it. Jean Louisa Kelly's in it. Ed Harris. Jay Ellis is in it. Raymond Lee. We got a bunch of other people. The synopsis for this one: after more than 30 years of service as one of the Navy's top aviators, Pete Mitchell is where he belongs, pushing the envelope as a courageous test pilot and dodging the advancement in rank that would ground him forever. I got nothing. Yeah.
As long as there's more action in this one than
the first one is not good. I don't like that movie. Like. I want to see him shoot down the MiGs. Like you make such a big deal about MiGs and Russian fighter pilots, and it's just a training like that.
I feel like there's like 10 minutes of action.
Yeah, and then he buzzes the tower, and the guy spills his coffee, and damn it, Maverick, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, and Goose.
And then Goose. Yeah. During a training accident.
I did not realize for the longest time that who's the guy from Shawshank Redemption?
The main character?
Yeah, the main character. What's his name?
Oh gosh, I can't think of it
Hold on,
now.
I'll look it up. I know we lost Greg, but it took me forever. Tim Robbins.
Morgan Freeman.
Tim Robbins.
I know.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman is not in Top Gun, but I didn't.
Was
realize,
he narrating?
Yes, he was. One day Maverick knew. So Tim Robbins, I did not realize Tim Robbins is in Top Gun until like 10 or 11 years ago. I realized he was in it. He plays one of the pilots. He is Merlin. He's got the purple and gold helmet. But
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know. I know my dad is psyched for it. Sean and John are psyched for it. More power to them. I'm not.
Maybe it'll be
good.
more
I don't know.
action-packed. I don't know.
I think the whole premise that he hasn't taken improvements in rank because he doesn't want to be grounded and he wants to be flying the stuff. I guess that's kind of neat.
The some of the sequences they show look really cool, but it's like, is this another what? This is all the sequences are going to be like the last one?
Are you showing me all the cool fighter stuff and that's it? So I don't know. We'll see. Greg, you got any thoughts on Top Gun? Are you excited for Top Gun Maverick? Oh, you're on mute, Greg. You're still on mute, Greg. There
Sorry,
you go.
I had my internet drop out. I don't even know if you guys knew I was gone.
Yes, we did.
But Top Gun.
Missed you.
I missed you guys very much. It was quite sad. I don't know what you guys said, but I don't know if I'm looking forward to Top Gun.
We didn't really care.
No,
we both were talking about how the first one was bad.
I'm probably not gonna go see it. I'm probably not gonna watch it unless it's like on somewhere, and I'll probably change the channel and watch the Iowa Cubs. But,
why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah. Don't fund the Ricketts.
Oh wait, I can't. I don't have marquee. Whoops.
Oh, dang it. Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited for people that are excited for it. Like you said, Vinny, if there's more action, I'll definitely give it a look.
Yeah.
But then the first one just was so boring to me as a kid.
Yeah.
So.
Top Gun definitely appealed to a certain group of generation. I think we
people.
Yeah, we might have
missed out on that.
We might have just missed that one. So.
I remember I loved the Top Gun NES game. It was damn near impossible to beat, but I liked that a lot too.
They also did a Top Gun, there was like a Top Gun GameCube game, I think.
Yeah,
also
there was a PS1 game too. Yeah.
They kind of had. Yeah, I didn't. I think I rented it once.
I remember the PS1 game had like full motion video, and it had the guy that was one of the generals that was also the principal in Back to the Future. Yeah, I can't think of his name, and he's yelling at you when you mess up. Another movie that a couple people wrote in, Erica wrote in saying that she really wants to see Old, which is
M. Night
Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Michael's neighbor.
Yes. Here is the dramatic teaser for this one. A vacationing family discovers that the secluded beach they're relaxing for a few hours on is somehow causing them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day.
That's like the story of my life. That's like going on vacation with kids. Right. Exact same synopsis.
So yeah, like I'm not a big.
The trailer looks good.
Yeah, the trailer looks cool. Like I loved Signs. That is probably my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie because
Signs is a great movie.
Swing away, Meryl. I had the ending of Sixth Sense spoiled for me right away, so I did not. And then I in turn spoiled it for my parents, which I felt kind of bad at the time for. But
man,
yeah, it was
harsh.
That was. I remember I got home and I'm like, "Oh, you're watching Sixth Sense. You guys know that guy's dead the whole time, right?" And then they just looked at me and they're like.
He is not.
Yeah, it literally just started. But anyway, we'll see. He's got some. Occasionally, he hits a good one, and then other ones are some bangers.
I didn't like the one with the plants or whatever. That one. Was lame.
The Happening.
Yeah,
it was so bad.
I thought it was it was like cool, but then like at the end, it was like, oh, this is really
the plants are angry, so they're killing us all. Which probably for the best, but
but that's a lame plot.
As a movie, it's a dumb plot, and then they're hiding in like a coal mine at the end.
So getting back to Signs really quick, guys. Couple like loony guys in that movie in real life, Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
shout out to those two. So
that's a combination for the ages,
right? Right, exactly.
If only we knew now what we didn't know then.
Exactly. Yeah, then I think they were just kind of
they were still big actors.
Yeah, exactly. Nowadays,
Joaquin Phoenix hadn't.
Nowadays, you put those two in a movie, you're like, oh yeah, ready for
what? That's going to be an interesting press junket.
Pretty. I was going to say Joker too.
Oh God, that's a movie. The more time goes by, the less I think I like that movie.
Really?
Joker?
Yes, the Joker, yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
I loved it when I first saw it. And for whatever reason, the more I look back and think about it, I'm just like, I don't know if I really enjoyed it as much as I thought I did. I don't know. I don't know why.
How many times have you watched it?
Just once. The first time when we went to go see it. That was it.
Wait, so you're going back and thinking you didn't like it as much as you originally thought?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
But I have not seen it since, and that came out 3 years ago?
I think 3 years ago, maybe. Yeah. That's interesting.
That was great.
You guys got any other movies before we go over a few more that people sent in? Any others that you're thinking about seeing?
I don't. New Ghostbusters would be the other one. I saw that on the list there.
I'm cautiously optimistic about the new Ghostbusters. I don't know.
Was it Bill? Well, they have Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and who played Ernie Hudson, right?
Yes.
They're all credited.
They're back
as being in the movie, although you don't see them. So it's going to be curious how they tie. But I think it definitely looks better than the new Ghostbusters that
I did not see that one either.
I saw bits and pieces of that. It was just overblown CGI garbage. It was just really hokey. I know, Justin, you don't like any of the Ghostbusters sequels.
The first one?
I
actually tried a couple months ago. I bought the Ghostbusters game on PlayStation. It was on sale for like $3, and everyone made a big deal about it being pretty good. It was not that good. Maybe I just don't like Ghostbusters besides the first one.
Maybe you don't. Yeah.
And I liked the cartoon as a kid. I liked the real Ghostbusters. That was good.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Greg.
No, I was going to say, is Sam Rockwell in the new one? Is he the guy?
I don't know. I know Paul Rudd's in it.
Oh, is it Paul Rudd? What am I thinking? Sam Rockwell's in
the kid. One of the kids from
Stranger Things.
Yes, Finn Wolfhard. He's in it.
Yep.
Let's see who else we got. Finn Wolfhard. Sigourney Weaver's in it. She's back.
Oh, yeah.
For how long?
So it'll be. Yeah. I don't know if it's just they're getting credited because they're in like flashbacks.
That's what I'm wondering too.
Maybe.
But I'm really hoping that they're gonna be in it. That would be awesome. But
I mean, I hope it's.
I think it looks interesting.
It could be fun.
Yeah. I mean, there hasn't been too much, and I haven't really dug around to look at the trailers. Kind of going back to Greg's point of the modern trailers giving way too much nowadays. I try to keep that down to a minimum. But the first one that came out is the one I've watched, and I've watched it a couple of times. It does look really good. A lot of interesting stuff, and I hope it has a lot of good callbacks. The first two for people that like the second one, but maybe just the first one. If it's
somewhere Melissa just woke up and said, "Oh my gosh, someone else likes Ghostbusters 2 besides me." So Vinnie, you just made her day. The thing I'm starting to realize, and maybe it's because I'm getting older, is like I used to get so excited when they would bring all these old movies back and do sequels and stuff. I almost don't want them to do that anymore because I feel like you can never recapture what it was when you saw it as a kid or when it was actually really good. I don't know. I could be wrong. I will definitely see Ghostbusters Afterlife, but that first one is just so good. Like it's classic 80s nostalgia, fun times. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, Erica wrote in, I'm also excited to see this. Red Notice is coming to Netflix, and that is an action movie where an Interpol agent tracks down an art thief. And that is the one that has The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot in it. And I believe Ryan Reynolds is a thief, but he's working with the FBI, who The Rock is a part of, and they are tracking down Gal Gadot, who is stealing all this precious artwork. So, could be fun. I saw some action scenes. It looks pretty neat. I know Ryan Reynolds has done some action movies on Netflix. There's a couple I wanted to watch, but I have not gotten around to it.
He's great.
He is. I love Ryan Reynolds. I mean, I feel like he's kind of always just playing the same character at times. Yeah. But I like his character. I like his
like different variations. Yeah. The same.
It's almost like Robert Downey Jr. He's kind of playing, it's just him in different roles almost. Yeah. But it just works. He pulls it off. So
yeah. I mean, Chris also mentioned that one. That was another one he was interested in. So I mean, I'll give that a shot. I mean, heck, I'm already paying for Netflix. I might as well.
Use it, man.
That was one where I'm like, Erica, do we really need Netflix anymore? Because I don't watch anything on Netflix unless it's like Stranger Things.
Seinfeld?
Seinfeld. This was before Seinfeld.
Yep.
She's like, yeah, I watch all these, creepy shows and scary movies, and she's watching Squid Game now, or Squid Game.
What is this Squid Games? Like, I keep hearing it. Erica told me it was awesome.
Oh my God, she's obsessed. The kids at school were talking to me about it. I'm like, okay,
I think school are watching.
Yes,
that?
I'm like, you are way too young to be watching this. But from what I saw coming upstairs, when I'd be done working out and she'd have an episode on, it's these people are way in debt, and they sign up for this game to kind of make money. And it's a bunch of like childhood games, but if you don't do it correctly, they kill you or you die.
Yeah.
So of
like
course,
the trailer has like red light, green light, and then like someone like it's a computer that recognizes someone's moving, and then he gets shot.
yeah.
And like, then everybody starts running, and then they all get shot.
And then I saw there was one that they had to cross like this, like not a ravine. It was like in a factory, but it was like a 30 or 40-foot drop, and it was all glass panels. But some panels were like shattered glass, so you didn't know which one was going to shatter, and you're going to fall to your death. So it was all these people like trying to push someone ahead to do all the glass jumps to see which ones were going to shatter. And I'm like, this is horrible. Why are you watching this?
That's great. It's like a Saw type of like,
I was gonna say
psychological.
She was trying to get me to. She's like, just watch the first episode and see what you think. So maybe when the baby's here and I'm sitting there watching it with the baby, we'll give it a shot. We'll see. A couple other ones. We actually just ordered Fast 9. I bought the Blu-ray. It came out on Blu-ray last week, so that is what we are watching this week. I am psyched. I've heard it's kind of a return to form, because since Fast 5, they've been kind of okay, but not great. Fast 5 is probably the best one besides the original. So I'm excited for that. A couple other people wrote in. Chris wrote in and said he's looking forward to American Underdog. Do you guys know what American Underdog is?
Oh,
all right. Let's look it up. Let's see.
No.
That is the story of NFL MVP and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, who went from stocking shelves at a supermarket to becoming an American football star. So that is his life story. And who is playing Kurt Warner? None other than Zachary Levi. So,
okay, Shazam.
Right? Yeah. So we got, wow, they really went all out. Zachary Levi is playing Kurt Warner. Anna Paquin is playing Brenda Warner. Dennis Quaid is playing Coach Dick Vermeil. Chance Kelly, I don't know who that is playing Mike Martz. We have somebody playing Marshall Falk. Somebody's playing Steve Mariucci.
Wow.
They're really going in on this.
All right.
So that might be pretty good. He also said he was interested in The Guilty. I don't know what The Guilty is, but that is a movie that's coming out this year. And it says a demoted police officer assigned a call dispatch desk is conflicted when he receives an emergency call from a kidnapped woman. So maybe that's good. We'll see. Peter Sarsgaard is in it. So Peter Sarsgaard is scary as hell. So we'll give that a shot maybe. And then the last one, we had King Richard. I don't know anything about King Richard. Man, Chris is much more cultured than me.
Yeah, I think he should be doing this segment.
Will Smith's in that one.
Oh, yes, he is. So that is. Oh,
but I have no idea what it's about.
I did see a trailer for this, and I kind of want to see it. It's a look at how tennis superstars Venus and Serena Williams became who they are after coaching from their father, Richard Williams. So Will Smith plays their dad. Okay. John Bernthal is in it. Dylan McDermott's in it.
Good cast.
Yeah. So that one, I saw a trailer for that one. I'm glad he actually mentioned the name because I didn't know that was the name. And it looked like it kind of had a little bit of comedy to it as well. I mean, it's Will Smith. So we'll see there. And then the last one he wrote in was 13 minutes, which I believe, I thought
it looks pretty good.
That one is 4 families in a heartland town are tested in a single day when a tornado hits, forcing paths to cross and redefining the means of survival. That includes Thora Birch, Amy Smart, Anne Heche, Paz Vega, Trace Atkins. Ooh, Trace Atkins is a country singer.
Atkins.
And I don't know anyone else in here, but that might be good too.
Didn't Thora Birch play the little girl in Hocus Pocus?
I think you're right.
Yes,
you might be right. She's come a long way. So yeah, there's a good variety of movies coming out. If you are listening and there's something that we missed, or if you want to tell us why the new Scream or new Halloween looks great, feel free to do so.
Tell Justin.
Tell me why I should get into scary movies. I don't think that's going to happen, but thanks for listening. If we before we wrap up, Vinny, you got anything else you'd like to add?
Nope. This was fun.
This was a good one. This was good. Yeah. Greg, what about you? Anything else you'd like to share before we move on?
One last quick thing. I saw a TV spot for this the other day. It's more of a question for Vinny. I haven't been following it that much. The Eternals.
Oh, yeah.
On that one.
Marvel,
When's that coming out? Yeah. I don't
even know. I don't even know.
This one's, I want to see what's the name of the 10 Rings?
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I want to see that one. Did you guys watch the short clip that they came out with? All Hail the King.
No.
About the Mandrake.
No,
where they brought Ben Kingsley back.
Oh yes, I have watched that one. Yes,
that was great with Sam Rockwell on that.
Yes, that was cool. Yes,
a lot of good callbacks.
I saw that.
Iron Man on that.
That's actually been out for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I never clicked on it. I was
I saw it a couple years ago, right around the Iron Man, just post like Iron Man 3 or something like that.
Was it that long ago?
It might have been not that.
I thought
long
it was just recently.
No, I saw that a couple years ago.
Okay, because
sure.
Yeah, because they had the tie-in to the 10 Rings in that. That's why I thought it was recent.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, but I know. I think he's involved in it somehow.
Yeah.
So
because he gets.
That was cool. Yeah.
But I want to see that one more than the Eternals. I don't know. It just the characters seem weird because it's like, oh, we've always been around, but it's like, okay, where were you during Endgame?
I know. I mean,
exactly.
You know what? Maybe it'll
hanging around.
Maybe it'll kind of clean things up a bit. Maybe it'll kind of like make some things say. I mean, it's Marvel.
I'm sure it will. Yeah,
they always cover their loose ends, kind of. So
yes, but I don't know. I don't know.
Not a lot of
enough
attention
about
to this one.
Story. It just seems like it seems like it's going to be like the first movie in like a line of movies where they're going to build up the characters. It just looks like they're going to have way too much to build up in this one movie. And it just seems like one of those that's going to set the tone for something else. So.
Going to open a new timeline or something.
Right.
Like that,
exactly.
Or just like, oh man, how many verses are we getting into now?
Yeah.
So.
I'll don't know. I'll wait till it comes out on Disney.
Yeah, I was going to say that might be a streaming.
Because I think Shang-Chi is already on Disney Plus now, right?
Black Widow
really?
is.
Black Widow.
Oh, I got to see. I still have to see Black Widow.
Yep, I have to see that too.
Yeah.
So. All right, cool. Well, we'll be back next week for more shenanigans and fun. We'll see if it's going to be angry the Sox lost, Greg, or euphoric everything's great, Greg. The Sox win. So if you want to stay tuned for that, that's a reason right there to listen to the next show, is to see how Greg is, and maybe we'll have to talk him off a ledge. I don't know, but fingers crossed. Again, feel free, go check out bellyupsports.com. They got a bunch of great articles, bunch of great writers, and they also have a bunch of podcasts, but please also listen to ours. We would greatly appreciate it. Right into the show, baseball and whatever at gmail.com, Twitter at baseball and what, and facebook.com/baseball and whatever. We definitely appreciate all the listener comments, feedback, all those good things. It makes us keep going. And until next time, we will see you guys next week. Take care, everybody.
Goodbye.
See ya.